Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. This is already the second podcast of the year.
It's already going too quickly.
I feel like we're going to blink our eyes and January is going to be gone. January is going to be gone.
That's okay. I as much as I joke that I love January because it's my birthday month, I actually hate January.
Danna's birthday is next Monday.
It is, but
this coming Monday.
I genuinely dislike the month of January and February. I find
it really is kind of an ugly month.
It's ugly. The weather's terrible. You're sad and fat from the holidays. You just feel.
I'm not sad or fat.
Okay, so speak for
Neither
yourself.
Neither are you. Why are you sad?
I feel like you're poor and you have I'm I have no money and the credit card bill is due and my husband yesterday paid it. And
now listen, this is interesting. You guys went over your budget.
We did.
And you actually did better than you thought.
So we use one credit card for everything and we pay it off every month because we are obsessive about getting points for things. We have a credit card that we really like. If you want a code for Venture Capital One, we're we get extra points for it. We're crazy. Let me know.
What's your code? You should share it.
I don't even know how. I have to send it out and then you would we get 100,000 points.
Basically, if you want to send up a new credit card, talk to Danna.
Yes, but I like it because we've always been big on travel.
I feel like we're famous because you know how people give codes for discounts?
Yeah.
You can give a code for a discount.
Yeah, but it's not really my code. It's just, I guess
we're going to ramp it up like it is.
Okay, we'll pretend. Okay. Thanks for that. But no, I just like it because it's not you buy your travel and then you can reimburse it for any travel. So last year when we went to Holiday Valley, we were able to get reimbursed because we did Tamarack, anything, it doesn't matter, any hotel stay, any airline, anything, as long as it's any kind of Uber, it doesn't matter, as long as it's travel expense, you can get reimbursed for it. So
what do you mean reimbursed? They're going to give you your money back?
You get your money back. You get it in a credit on your account. Mm-hmm. So
you spend $25 in an Uber, you get $25 back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How does this work?
So we have points on our card. So right now we're up to 100,000 points, which is $1,000 in travel rewards. So I can, let's say that I were to book a trip. Well, I've, last month, for example, we booked airfare. So I can just go on now and credit back that whole airfare purchase. It doesn't matter the airline. So I like it because it gives us flexibility.
I think so many dollars are points, right?
Well, I mean, it's 1%, but certain things are 3%. If you shop at this month, they run promotions,
Nice.
But I like it because we don't always utilize the same airline or hotel. We do tend to use Marriott a lot for hotels, but we don't always use Marriott. So we like it because for airlines specifically, we go with what's cheapest a lot of times. There's 5 of us. If I have to fly my family of 5, I cannot always do the same airline. So for us, it works well. I don't know how I got on that subject, but
because you're giving your travel
code. Husband, no. So my husband was my brother was saying how his wife gave up for her New Year's resolution online shopping because they had a little revelation when it came to how much online shopping she did for the year. And so my husband was like, well, you should really check how much we spent on Amazon this year. So I did. And it was a lot, but it was not as bad as I thought it would be.
I was talking to Bill about this and he's like, by the way, did you just make an Amazon purchase? I'm like, I did. And he's like, what was that for? I'm like, so I have clothes to wear. He's like, okay.
Tom doesn't get mad at me when I buy things on there, but 99% of what I purchase on Amazon is our day-to-day household stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be oh.
I do actually occasionally buy clothes. I found this new lady and that's actually why I got this.
You need to send me that link.
There's this lady that I've started following and if I could remember her name, I would share it with all of you. And I'm sure I'm just going to get on Instagram and it's going to pop up because I talked about it. But she put together these outfits and it was a really cute long t-shirt and long sweatshirt. It was kind of like a casual, but yet really nice looking outfit. And so I'll keep looking here. We can keep talking, but I cleaned up my closet. I'm taking a bunch to donation.
Well, it's probably good because you wear the same 4 things every day anyways. So that's probably smart.
I know, I do. I like what I like.
No, so that's good. But I was just, as much money, we do overspend in our household, but the things that I thought we were overspending on, it's not as bad. We definitely spend too much eating out and things like that, but
you used to spend a lot more money on eating out.
We did. We have reeled it in. I don't feel Tom spends It's Tom.
Tom
But he won't
wears, he works from home. So he has like an amazing wardrobe when he goes to work or meets with clients. But he likes
the most
designer.
Expensive sweatpants. Like, I am not exaggerating. My sweatpants are from Kohl's and Amazon. No joke. Like, they're
Tom dresses like a 10.
His sweatpants.
He looks good all the time.
His like athleisure wear is so freaking expensive. I'm not exaggerating.
Wait, can I use this word? Does he eat? Did I use it right?
No, that's not the right way. So today Olivia texted me.
Tom eats.
He eats it.
Tom eats it.
Yeah. So today I was told by my daughter that her friend braided her hair and she's like, Mom, she is eating it. And I'm like, what is she eating? I don't understand.
An apple for a snack?
Or like the other day I did really good at parallel parking and she's like, girl, you're eating it. What? I don't get it. EAT, like you're eating something. It is like you're eating it up, like you're doing so good at something.
So I did say
she ate that. And I'm like, I don't like that. Like that is weird as can be to me. And she's telling me that this is like totally normal and that this is what they say. And I think it's weird. So, the
one that I do think makes a little more sense is we've got tea.
Oh, like spill the tea.
We got a dish. Yeah. We got to tell you what's up. We got the gossip.
There's some that I think are already out that I didn't even know were in.
I don't know. I can't keep up with I really don't care to keep up with it.
Well, neither do I.
But I do kind of care because I want to be like, not that I want to be cool. Well, I just want to know what they're talking about. I'm pretty sure if I said to Liv, if I was like, girl, you ate that up, she would be like, Mom, stop. No, when you say like that, you ate that up. Like we would say like, you ate up that attention. Like you ate it up. But so they're just like stopping.
They're like, she eats that. Like I'm trying to, literally
dang,
she
looks good.
That's what they're saying. But like she was telling me like, so her friend braided her hair and then her friend posted a picture of the braids on Snapchat and said, did I eat or what? I don't know. Did you eat? Like,
yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. So weird. I mean, the braid looks good, but
it's a good braid, but I don't know. Did you eat? Like, this literally
does not cereal for breakfast.
Sense. And meanwhile, this is the most like teenager picture ever. There is an Owala water bottle in the background, a Celsius, and
Takis, something. Yeah.
Like this is, and they're in like study hall. Like this is the literal.
That's in study hall.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so, because if they're in an actual class, this is making me sad if this is what's going on. I'm trying to say that they're in an actual class, or that they're in study hall. I actually have no idea. I'm praying that this is not a class.
Campbell's in finance and they're talking about wasting money or like wise use of money. And he's like, those energy drinks you kids drink. And some kids like, I need an energy drink.
Need an energy drink.
I drank 13 in one day.
That is dumb.
First of all, that's like more than dumb. It's like financially stupid.
It's so financially stupid.
And it's so unhealthy for you.
Themselves like heart palpitations. Like this is not
I've had
good.
some and it's a weird feeling.
So speaking of like things that are dumb for kids, I've been fighting with my daughter recently, and you actually put it on our list of things to talk about. A little bit you put it on there, but I want to kind of elaborate, is you put on to talk about the skincare industry.
Skincare.
But one thing that I want to talk about
is a $579.2 billion business.
I would die to know what number of that is based on teens and tweens, because I have been doing so much research recently, because this is so annoying to me that like I watch TikTok. I am obsessed with TikTok, and all of these like 10-year-olds are like showing their Sephora hauls that they got, and they are getting Drunk Elephant brand, which is for people my age and not for people that have not even experienced puberty yet. And they are hurting their skin.
Yeah.
They are hurting their skin. And so
well, not necessarily hurting it in some situations, just wasting it. Some things are bad.
Actually hurt their skin. Like they could, like you do not need certain like vitamin C on your skin.
Until
you do
16.
not need a hyaluronic acid on your skin. You do not need like any kind of peel. any kind of peel you do not need on your skin.
I haven't even had a peel and I'm 43.
Like you don't need these things. And you really could do like long-term damage and scarring on your skin for some of these things. And you are not without moisture on your skin at 10 years old. I promise. You are not without moisture on your skin at 15 years old. In your late teens and early 20s, you may want to start utilizing extra moisturizer. But so we talked to Olivia's dermatologist and her pediatrician about this because she was mad at me because she wanted all of these things. And I was like, I think this is a waste of money. I don't think you need these
Not
things.
only that, but it also makes their skin break out.
Well, and so she was changing every day to different products. And sure enough, her skin is breaking out like crazy. And because your skin is not...
It's trying to rid itself of all this.
Yeah, get all of this out. And so we asked her dermatologist and her pediatrician, and both agreed at her age, she is 14 and a half, going to be 15. All she needs is a cleanser and a moisturizer. She doesn't even need a toner at her age. She needs nothing more than a cleanser and a moisturizer. And the skincare industry that is $500 billion is like preying on these kids. I mean, listen, there are products out there that are solid and good and like beneficial by far. But so much of this is these kids. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's
crazy.
insane.
You know, my mom always used Mary Kay.
Mm-hmm.
I used to use it. That was my first skincare. Then I think I switched it to Clinique. I don't even know if they're still in business.
I still use Clinique makeup to this day.
I had the bar, the big face bar
Yeah.
that came in the green like plastic container.
I use Clinique moisturizer still. I don't use the yellow one anymore, but I did use that forever because my grandma would get it free in her free gifts and I would steal all of her free gifts. But now I forget what it's called, but it's in a little pot.
Well, since I moved to Chesterland, I am a firm believer in Essence Maker. That's what I use. She actually lives here in Chesterland, and I found her before I officially moved here. But I don't use her face wash. I'm sorry if you're listening. I am completely obsessed with her hyaluronic acid. I use her face oil. I love that. I love her body scrub. I like her face mask. But my routine every day is literally a face wash. I use the hyaluronic acid. Oh, I love her coffee under eye cream. And then
use anything, and I should.
My face oil. I could not live without my face oil.
I wash my face and I put moisturizer on, and I probably am definitely at the age that I need to start using more things, and I don't. And I just wash my face and put moisturizer on.
I think what we get caught up in is like
I'm lazy.
Aging. We're supposed to age, right? Like we're supposed to have wrinkles. We're supposed to have fine lines. I have very good genetics. My mom looks fantastic. I'm probably not going to look
both
that
of
good.
our moms look pretty good for
Yeah,
their
they do.
ages.
And so, but I just, if I can age gracefully, like I'm all about it. So that rolls right into this next product that I've wanted to try for years. And I bit the bullet. Frownies. Have you seen it come across your Instagram?
I had not heard of, I think I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar with it.
So first of all, I don't know, I'm going to get to the bottom of this, but they're an Ohio company and I never even knew this.
So they're not like a big company?
Well, I think they're pretty big.
Okay.
I don't know, according to my Instagram, they're big. We can look up how many people follow them, but they are in Centerburg, Ohio. Their product is made in Dayton, Ohio. I mean, come on. How exciting is this? So I just got it in the mail. It came yesterday. Okay, they have 214,000 followers. I actually didn't follow them. Now they have one more. But the lady that talks, I think it's her great grandma. No, this could all be a fake thing. But it was her great grandma, she says, that developed the product. Anyways, it really works. And I've been wanting to try it.
I'm looking at it online.
So
right
last
now.
night, Bill and I are doing this. We're using the under eye gels. We leave them on for 10 minutes. And then I frownied my forehead because that's where my 11s are. And it's supposed to like train. It's not getting rid of the wrinkles. It's muscle training your face. And after 3 days, you're supposed to see a difference. So we'll see. I mean, all the before and afters. And they say no one is paid. These are all paying customers that they use. So,
I mean,
I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to reach out to them because if this really does work and they're an Ohio company, I'm like, I love supporting Ohio companies. So anyways.
I'd be curious. I'm going to let you
I've
be
got
my guinea
Bill
pig.
using it too. Well, I'll bring you over some face patches.
All right.
We'll give it a try.
I will say I've been using, if I do have a breakout or a pimple, Olivia and I have been using those Mighty patches.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've never used one.
they work.
I'm not going to say I don't break out because then I'm going to get a huge one.
But like I have had a few and those things work. If you have a little pimple, they do work. What was I going to say? Something else I don't remember. I was gonna say.
Well, you better get your skin looking good.
I know.
Because next week we're going to Hotlanta.
We're going to the ATL.
Oh, I'm dreading it.
I really don't want to go.
Ugh. The next week is full of travel. We go from Hotlanta straight to Salt Lake City, Utah for the American Farm Bureau Convention, which is quite delightful. It's not quite delightful when I have to leave my children and like orchestrate everything behind the scenes.
Well, I'm not doing all of that.
I am. But we're going to the Atlanta Gift Mart to do some buying for the market. It's also Danna's birthday. So I'm kind of a really good friend because I'm taking her to Atlanta for her birthday.
She said, oh, I have to get you something for your birthday. I said, no, we're going to Atlanta. You don't have to do anything. She goes, well, we're going for like work.
I'm like, you know, that's not for your birthday.
Right. Like, that's not like your birthday gift. She's like, we're going for
really
work.
Good.
She goes, but man, I sound like a good friend that I'm taking you to Atlanta for your birthday. I was like, well, you could call
a good
it
friend
that.
wouldn't take you to Atlanta.
I think Atlanta's okay.
I'm not a huge fan.
It's okay.
It's fine. We're actually staying in Buckhead, which is a very nice area.
My mom's best friend lives there. So.
I rented this really cozy, super cute Airbnb that can
we're
literally
sharing
only hold 2 people.
We're sharing a bed.
Listen, the price was right. Do you know how much it costs to stay downtown?
I know. But
we operate a farm. We don't own a baseball team.
Did I ever tell you when we were
team.
in St. Thomas and we were staying at the Ritz-Carlton in St. Thomas?
Oh, yes, you did.
And we met this couple and the couple was like asking what everyone did for a living. Did I tell you this? And everyone was like, my brother's like, oh, I'm, this executive, blah, blah, blah. And my husband's like, I'm a financial advisor. And everyone's giving their big shot jobs. And I'm like, I'm a manager on a farm, on an apple
you
farm.
You should own it. I always say, I'm a farmer.
I said, I was like, I work on an apple farm. And they looked at me and I was like,
you should be like, I handpick the apples.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far because I wasn't going to lie. I'm not the one that handpicks them. But I did say I work on an apple farm. And they looked, I like waited for it to come to my turn in this conversation. And I was like, what? Oh. I waited for it to come to my turn because I was like, I am going to blow these bougie people away. And I did. So yes.
When I was in real estate and I would have like relocation clients in or something, they'd be like, so what are you going to do tonight? And I'd be like, oh, I'm going to go home and rake some hay and bale some hay. And the one time the man said, isn't your arm going to be really tired? Because I said I was going to rake hay. And so he just envisioned me in a field with a rake, like a hand
That's
rake.
literally
like
what I thought you meant.
Rakes his leaves. I'm like, what?
Yeah. No,
no, we have equipment that rakes
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, we have a rake that hooks up behind the tractor.
When you say a rake.
And it puts it in a windrow.
Would you know that, Tom? No, we both thought that you were raking with your hands.
You're right there with them. But anyway, so he loved to hear about it. He's like, so what'd you do last night? What'd you do tonight? Like, what are you going to do tonight? Because he would be in town for several days. I'm like,
it's not as glamorous once you're doing it.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not that great.
What else do we have going on here?
Well, so I have to give a shout out to my great aunt Eileen because she is a listener. And I'm not going to give her away her age, but she's in her 90s.
I feel like you just
mid-90s.
Gave away her age.
And she looks so good. And she listens to our podcast.
Does she use frownies?
She probably doesn't need to use frownies. Actually, she looks super youthful too. And so does her daughter.
Then you have good genes.
We do have good genes. So hello, Aunt Eileen. A shout out to you. And Aunt Kathy. We've already shouted out her husband, Rick. So actually, great Aunt Eileen. Her husband, Uncle Jim, was my bus driver. So they had a business, but he also drove buses on occasion. And so I always loved it when he drove my bus.
Do you think that like when you're like, I wonder what we're going to talk about on the podcast, that's something that like
it just
is going to really capture our audience?
But it's fun. If you think about it, like everybody has a bus driver story. What's yours?
I don't have one. I did puke
on
the bus in first grade.
Yeah,
I puked on. Oh no, I fell asleep on the bus in first grade. One of my brothers puked. I fell asleep on the bus and they never came home and my mom had to call the bus garage.
Wait, they kept
found
going?
Me. They didn't know I was sleeping on the bus on the
you
first
have
day
a good
of school.
Bus story.
Maybe it was kindergarten. It was either kindergarten or first grade.
Well, I'm going to tell you a story next about my bus driver, Mrs. Sanders. I really liked her. She looked like Mrs. Claus.
I wonder how many people turned us off.
I don't know. Anyways, but listen, this won't surprise you, but it'll make you laugh that whenever like ornery things happened on the bus, she would always ask me on my way off the bus, was so-and-so doing something?
Yeah, because you're a tattletale.
So I'd be like, yes or no.
Snitches get stitches.
Speaking of stitches, this is a great lead in. I just spent the last 4 hours in the urgent care with my husband. So Dan and I are getting so much done in the market.
It was such a productive day and Bill ruined it.
And then all of a sudden, like Parker comes in. I don't even know if Jack came in. I think it was just Parker. And he's like, we need you to come outside. So Dana thought they had a surprise.
I was like, they got her a present for sure. The way they were so excited.
My cat is probably in the parking lot.
They were like, get outside. And then Parker came running in.
Just come now.
I was like, this is so exciting. They're surprising her with something.
Yeah, they surprised me with a bloody pant leg. So Bill's in the car and he's like, so I think I cut my leg. We got to go home. I need you to look at it. I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, I love blood. So his pant had a little blood on it, but then he pulled up his pant leg and his sock was like totally saturated. And so what he had done was put his foot up on a plastic bin because he says he was looking for a heater for me. I never even asked him to do this. And his foot slipped and his shin hit the side of the bin, but it must have like hit so hard. It like basically tore through his skin and moved it over. And 7 stitches later, she pieced them back together. So, okay, listen, like this lady doesn't listen, I'm sure, the doctor, but I was a little nervous. She didn't know where anything was. She didn't know where the gloves were. And they're like in the big bin that says gloves on the wall. I'm like, this lady's going to stitch them up.
Tom's like, I called him and told him, and he was like,
I said, give me some fishing line.
Done this.
Like for real, Tom, we could have done it. All I need is like sterile stuff. Anyways, it was a real situation.
I feel like for Bill's sake, he probably went the right route.
Well, so he had a little passing out. And
it is quite common. Like that is a lot.
Oh, it is. It's totally common. But he said he was fine. I'm like, babe, let's just get you some water and some ice. And the doctor's like, are you with us, sir? Are you with us, sir? And at this point, she's like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, we're farmers. And she's like, do you farm around here? I'm like, in Chesterland. Bill's not talking. And she's like, so what do you farm? And I'm like, well, we raise apples and strawberries. And then she's like, Patterson. Like she put it together, yeah. The last name. It was really funny. So then she's like trying to talk. She's like, I think you should go find the nurse and get him an ice pack. Yeah. So I'm like, he's like drenched.
He's probably going to kill you for telling.
No, he doesn't care. But I will say she did such a good job stitching him up. Like she let me watch, I like that. She trimmed the excess skin.
I don't know why you're like this.
Oh, I love it. And she did an excellent job.
My stomach is so queasy. And I was like, she's like, do you want to see pictures? I'm like, I don't. And then she felt the need to send me pictures. And they weren't even bad pictures, but they were still pictures. And I did not want to see them. And then she came here and showed me worse pictures.
Yeah, it was good. If you're going to do it right. And he certainly did it right. So we just have to.
It was a doozy.
Like, wrap it up. But the funny thing is that I have like.
Are they dissolving stitches?
No, I have to cut him out next week.
Oh, you have to cut them
out. I'm going to cut him out. We're not going to go back just for that. I've cut my dad's out. I've cut out lots of stitches. Tom's cut out stitches. Actually, Campbell might cut the stitches out. Oh my gosh, we are so over on time. Dan, it's the longest podcast ever. We must go.
We must go.
It's 23 minutes. Until next time, friends, if you still listen to us.
Oh my God.
We're mismatched.
See you later.